What's up, everybody? This is Chris Abbott. I am IGN's community coordinator.
This is Vasily Siskos. I am IGN Social and Community Head.
What's going on, V?
Not much. I'm really excited about this new trailer.
Yeah, this is the new trailer for Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yep. All right.
All
so
right.
we're back in Paris, France, French Revolution times, right?
Yep, that's what it looks like. But if we keep playing the trailer,
Oh gosh,
here.
what's going on?
Watch out. The French Revolution simulation is collapsing. I don't know
So
what
we hear a
time period
woman's
you're in.
voice saying that the French Revolution simulation is collapsing. Now, we don't know who that is.
Yep.
Because remember, Kristen Bell died.
Right.
So,
Kristen Bell.
Yep. R.I.P. in peace. We have no idea who it is. I mean, it could be anyone after the change to the Animus and AC Black Flag. If you remember, they went to the Abstergo employee who can access now
Right.
anybody's memories in the Abstergo company. So
Right, and it's interesting too because even the assassins, right? Like they had their own animus, but is this somebody at Abstergo talking to someone in the machine? Is this one of the assassins just kind of in a hole or a cave somewhere hiding with their own animus? We just don't really know what's going on.
yeah. Now I wanted to stop at this frame here. Because it looks like the Animus is getting hacked because she does say that it's the memory is collapsing, right?
Right.
Now, did you want to point out anything specific about this imagery?
Yeah, I mean, this is, a lot of people who play Assassin's Creed will definitely recognize this, right? In a lot of old, in the older games, if you couldn't if you couldn't access a certain part of the city, it usually was grayed out like this with the grid.
That's where you have to get up and get the eagle,
Yeah,
do the
exactly.
eagle vision and all that good
or,
stuff,
or
and then
just
jump into
actually
the hay.
outside of the eagle vision, right? Like the sections of the city you just could not enter, and that was because the memory of that was blocked, and your character, the ancestor's memory that you were tapping into, did not have any memory of that area within that period of that you're trying to tap into. So it's interesting to see that the Animus is blocking you out and just shutting down.
All right. Yeah, it's not clear why we're getting caught in this desync, but
Right.
here we clearly see Arno running away.
And something else real fast I want to point out with the desync, it's very interesting to me that he's running at all because in the previous games, if you died, you just desynced. It wasn't that big a deal. So I'm just curious why it matters he would get stuck in this kind of deconstruction of the city. Like, would it just give him like a big bleed effect after the fact and hurt him? Would he get stuck kind of like Desmond did with Subject 16? It's unclear why this is so dangerous. You know what I mean?
Well, this brings us to our next point. I mean, you said you mentioned Arno running away, but it almost looks like instead of running away, he's running towards something.
Right.
So right here, he clearly jumps through what looks like a portal because in one moment you're in French Revolution era, and then bam, all of a sudden he finds himself in a subway and with imminent danger.
Yep.
So he runs away, dodges the subway train,
Right.
and then
This is so cool.
yeah, there's a sewer that he climbs out of, and we still don't know where we are. Now, did you want to point out anything here?
Yeah, I mean, the trailer's really cool in that it's still not giving you all the information, but I mean, this is clearly a huge metal tower, right? Like, this is not French Revolution times. We have changed into something, but it's not quite clear yet.
Yeah, and this is super interesting because he's getting shot at within the tower, and then you see the elevator.
Also, not something in the French Revolution.
Right. Now we get into a ton of action here. He's getting shot out by planes, which is really cool to see in an Assassin's Creed game.
And I love that he's still wearing his French Revolution outfit.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's of this time.
Right, at all, yeah.
Let's see. If we keep going forward, there's some really crazy stuff right here. Above the tower, the sky opens up, and there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's going on.
Right.
And he's just looking up and watching it and decides to get out.
Yeah. He does not like that blast.
No.
Okay. Now, this scene is awesome. This is where we get all the information of where and when he is. So this V was actually put up on the Eiffel Tower in 1940 by the Nazis when they occupied Paris, France. So we know it's 1940. We know it's towards the beginning of World War II.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to get a better view of the V so everybody can see it.
No,
it's
there we
right
go.
there.
Yeah, the V, that actually stands just simply for victory. They took over Paris, France. They put a big V up to basically brag about their takeover. And then if we fast forward back to the bigger shot of the tower, you'll see that there's a tiny banner right underneath, and that actually says Germany is victorious on all fronts. So they're basically bragging about their takeover of the Eiffel Tower. So it's very interesting to see where Arnaud, the character from the French Revolution, ended up from, within the Animus.
Yep.
But the blast is also super interesting if you want to talk to that when it opens in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, it starts to open up right when they put the logo over it. But, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit earlier today. You think it has a lot to do with Juno trying to reset the world, if you will, that we learned about from, was it across AC2 and AC Brotherhood?
Yeah, I think it was when she kind of, showed her true intentions was at the end of AC3 when Desmond died. And then she kind of became, quote unquote, free onto the world. I can't quite recall, like, if she's an AI or just a consciousness she, like, uploaded to the internet, essentially. But she, she's part of the first civilization, which is the race
ones that came before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were the folks that lived on Earth before humans came, and they actually created humans as a slave race, and they controlled them with the pieces of Eden. And then their whole race was wiped out after a solar flare hit the Earth, and then humans took over. And it's just interesting. Juno has been trying to get reborn for so long, and after AC3, she's been trying to get these chances to bust back into the world. And I don't quite know what her end game is. I don't know if it's necessarily just take over the world, just to be the god of humans, or to really like revive the first civilization. But she's not happy, and she wants to come back somehow.
Yep. So one last thing I wanted to touch on with you real quick. Clearly, we see Arnaud jumping around moments in history in this trailer, right? Do you think that the game that comes with the season pass for Unity, the side-scrolling one, is in any way connected to Unity at all?
It's hard to say. A lot of the DLC from previous games were just kind of random side quests from characters we've met. So it's cool and just kind of seeing a window into other characters. But it would be pretty clever if, Arnaud, the character who's in the character of Arnaud, jumped into the character that's in the DLC. I mean, it would be a very clever tie-in. I don't know if they're going to go that route or it's just, another random side quest. I mean, it would be cool if they did tie it in, though. That would be very clever.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, man, thank you for rewinding this with me. And for all things Assassin's Creed Unity, keep it locked on IGN.